Good morning, guys and gals. So today I want to be talking about Luna Classic, and it is shot into the limelight once again for the first time since pretty much May, and this time for a better reason. And this reason here, guys, is this. Now, Luna has been on an absolute tear recently. So just from yesterday alone, you can see that Luna has already shot up by 67%, which is actually remarkable considering this coin got probably one of the worst reps in crypto. If we take a look from its low just about a week ago here, you can see that, holy smokes, nearly 200% gain, which would be a 3x on your money if you're invested in Luna just a week ago. And yes, guys, I'm going to call this Luna. Sorry for all the lunatics, because it's too confusing for me to say Luna Classic the whole time. But if we look at Luna since its absolute bottom here, which was on the 9th of June, Luna has officially pretty much 6x'd from its absolute bottom down there. So what is the reason for this pump? This is what I want to look at in this video, and I want to see if it's realistic, if we can see Luna Classic going back up to the 1 cent mark. Now, first of all, let's look at the reason for this massive pump that we're seeing. So if we just go onto news articles about Luna Classic, Google Luna Classic news, then there's going to be an abundance of articles as to why things are pumping. If we go into one of the earlier ones that was posted yesterday, Terra Classic price up 6%. Now, for perspective, guys, it's now up 66%. So that's how much of a gain we've seen just in one day. But basically, the reason for this pump that we are seeing is because investors have voted for the project to require an implementation of a 1.2% burn tax on speculative transactions. And this purpose of this 1.2% burn tax is so that it diminishes the supply of the Luna token to bring those numbers back down. So if you remember back in May, the major issue with the price for it going from $100 all the way down to a fraction of a cent was because the supply got majorly diluted. If you look at this graph, for example, just before the crash in April 2022, we had a total supply of just 345 million for Luna. But as of May, that got majorly diluted. That number there is 6.5 trillion, I believe. So basically we went from 345 million to over 6 trillion coins in circulation. And therefore it really is no surprise that if I zoom out just a little bit on Luna, that this price drop happened. So that's where we are at today then. So we're seeing this little price pump here because they want to reduce the supply, and they're proactively doing that by installing a 1.2% burn tax on all the transactions on Luna Classic. Now, what does this mean for the price? That we should see the supply drop, and if the supply drops, then we should see Luna supply less dilated and therefore the price to go up. So this pump does make sense in that respect. However, if we look at the facts, so if we go onto CoinMarketCap, for example, and just have a look at the market cap of the coin, we are already sitting on a market cap of $1.5 billion. Now, this is quite a huge market cap for a price already like this at 0.0002 cents. This is giving me Shiba Inu vibes. And basically, if we do the math on this, for it to get to 1 cent there, we need to see this coin roughly 40x from here. So basically, we need to see a market cap go to $60 billion for Luna to go back up to 1 cent. Now that is pretty outlandish. We need to see around $58.5 billion in investor capital into Luna Classic, which isn't actively supported by the Terra ecosystem anymore or by Do Kwon, to get back up to 1 cent for Luna. So, and furthermore, if we go back into time as well, you can see that Luna has not actually ever reached a $60 billion market cap. Basically, its highest has ever been is 40 billion. So if we do reach the all-time high market cap once again for Luna, then would only be sitting at a price of 2/3 of a cent, or 0.006, which still is a 30x from here. So if you invest now, it would still be a healthy gain. But to see a price of 1 cent, let alone $1, I don't think we will ever see that. However, that's not to say that I don't think we'll see some gains from here. I do have a small amount in Luna Classic myself. I know that's not the small amount I invested before the massive drop. This is a small amount I put in around yesterday as I saw it pumping, because I do believe the burning supply will reduce the supply, and therefore the price should go up in theory, just based off that fact. But how much higher it will go? Now, if we look at the technicals, obviously everything is looking very, very strong right now, obviously because of all these bullish candles that we've seen day on day. However, where do I think the price could potentially get to? Can it do a 2x? Can it do a 5x? Can it do a 10x? Well, typically after a massive pump like this, we should see a pullback at some point. Now, of course, we are in a bear market, guys, so pumps like this typically are short-lived, and we shouldn't see this coin pump too much further. Of course, that 1.2% burn tax is fairly bullish, and of course, as people are waking up and seeing more and more news about Luna, we could see this price push up a little bit more. But in terms of how much further it's got to go up, I don't think the risk to reward is worth it, because it's already pumped, like I say, guys, a massive amount. So if we do this here, look, nearly a 3x pump already. So, you know, if it goes back to the level we saw a week ago, then, you know, guys, you're looking at a massive 64% loss. You know, so only invest what you're willing to lose, especially with a coin like Luna. And if we look at, you know, all the previous levels, Luna, you know, the price has already broken out. So there was a previous high at the end of June. We've already gone straight past that resistance level, and now we're soaring into new territory. In fact, the price for Luna has been the highest it's been since the crash happened in May. As you can see, it kind of distorts the graph, so I do apologize for that. There we go. So the price has been the highest it has been since the 17th of May 2022. So the highest price we've seen in over 3 months. So there really is no price target at this point. We've broken all the previous resistance levels that we can find. I think the last one we had to break would have probably been this level here. But as I say, we've already broken past that, and we're now cruising, you know, towards the 0.001 mark, so a 1/10 of a cent. So that would be my next price target. Of course, this is all speculation, and I don't expect to see that price. I do have a little bit on Luna Classic, just as a little bit of a gamble to see if I can make some money from it. But, you know, I'm really willing to lose that money if it goes back down to the level that we saw a week ago. So guys, take care with Luna Classic. Obviously, this pump is just based on the news right now of this burn tax, and if successful, it could push the price higher once again. But to see a cent Luna Classic, I don't think that's going to be possible whatsoever, because it requires a $60 billion market cap, and the maximum Luna Classic has ever been is 40 billion. Of course, this chain is not actively supported now by Do Kwon and his team, so it really is just down to investors. You know, it really is just left with the community to make what it wants. But on the positive side with Luna Classic, we are seeing a very strong community on Twitter. If you just type in Luna Classic, look how many people are going absolutely crazy for the coin. We can see that the hashtag is absolutely stacked. Everyone's excited about it. I mean, there's endless posts on Twitter about Luna, and it was on the trending here on the right as well. I think it's gone now. Oh, Luna Classic community is trending on Twitter. So there is a big community behind this coin, and it's giving me Shiba Inu vibes, it's giving me Dogecoin vibes, and obviously those coins, 1000x from that bottom. So, if you wanted to invest at this time, now would probably be a decent time. But just be aware of risk to reward at this point. Just know that there is a 64% downside to whatever you put in if the price drops down to a week ago. But we could also see the price 2x, 3x, 5x, and so on. So guys, invest accordingly. And above all, thanks for watching this video. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. Take care.